Hey everybody, I'm back. It's been a while. I know. A lot of stuff's happened in my life since I last uploaded on YouTube, since I last streamed on YouTube and Twitch. It's hard to know where to begin, but I will say this. I'm so grateful for all of you guys who have stayed loyal to me on my YouTube channel, my platform. I'm forever grateful for your support, and just that I know that y'all are there, always there for me and waiting for me to upload content. I couldn't thank y'all enough, so thank you guys so much for all your support. I think the main thing that has changed in my life is a lot of mental stuff, honestly. I started this year 2025, I was like, everything is I'm a not just get through the year, but I'm gonna become an even better version of myself. And that was a daunting task that I put on myself, but I was determined that I was gonna go for that goal of mine, and I started going for that goal. I socialized with more people, was cherishing my time more, just enjoying the moments of life more. I was able to get some more opportunities to go some places with my parents, by myself, my friends, fun stuff. And I enjoyed it. Some good times at school too. There's always bad times, but I focused on the good times. So everything was going okay. By going okay, I mean it was going good. And I think it was, I'd have to say, late February or something. I started to have these different kinds of thoughts, just out of the blue. And it was about stuff that had been in the back of my mind for quite some time. A lot about, because if you guys don't know, you probably do now, I'm in high school. So nearing the end of high school, there's a lot of opportunities out there for me in terms of what I can do with my life. And my main goal is to become a full-time content creator. That's why I have my YouTube channel and I stream on YouTube and Twitch, you already know. But with that comes a lot of different opportunities for me to get myself out there and experience more things. And I'd always been hesitant to even look into those opportunities because it was going to be big steps of change, from what I'm used to. And I did not want that. I just didn't, because I love how my life is going right now and I don't want to have to think about stuff changing. And within my personal life and within my academic life and my professional life, I didn't want anything to change. But I realized that it will change because that's life. Stuff changes in life, in your control and out of your control. And that's one of the challenges of life, is dealing with those changes and trying to go towards those changes. So that thought was on my mind more starting like late February. I started to think about how stuff will be changing a lot more, and that started to get overwhelming. And I didn't really talk about it with my friends or with my parents. A little bit with my parents, but not as much as I should have. And not really with any teachers or anything. Just kind of kept it to myself because I'm like, what is there for me to do about these thoughts now? I'm in life right now, stuff is good. Let me just put that to the side. Don't worry about it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but that's how I felt. So that was one major change in my mental process. Another one was political stuff. And I'm not going to go into that now because I'm just going to get all irritated and nobody wants to get all irritated. And I don't want to have my YouTube channel be surrounded by my thoughts regarding all that stuff. I want it to be surrounded by my passion for video games. So what I will say about it is this. I live in America. There's quite a lot of stuff going on that this country has never seen before, and stuff that has been seen throughout history that has led to some not very good endings, to put it lightly. And I know this because I'm in AP US history, and I'm beginning to be able to identify these historical patterns. This change in government here, this change in policy there, will end up leading to this change in relationship with these countries and those countries, which leads to this and that. Basically, I started to become more aware of what is unfolding before my eyes. And that has scared me. Did then, still does now. Always will, honestly, for as long as all this is going on. That is all I will say regarding political stuff. But those thoughts were also accumulating, and I was getting worried about all that, and it's out of my control. I'm not an adult yet. I can't vote yet. I can't do much about what's going on, you know? So you had that stuff, and you had concerns that I had about my future. And honestly, I think it just all started to pile up on me. And at the same time, I am focused on my academics, focused on getting good grades, forming good bonds with people, and being an engaged human. And the last couple of days, it started to take a really large, started to really hurt me mentally, and yesterday physically. That's fun. Anyways, so yeah, I've become aware of these thoughts, and it's been hard. Seriously, what is up with my camera? There we go. Anyways, so yeah, I've become really aware of my thoughts, and it just started to take a tear on me. And I didn't really know what to do about it because I've never had this amount of intense feeling before. It's my first time. And I think also what also took a big toll on my mental state of mind was my change in faith, my realization in faith, I should say. I knew that I'm very lucky in my life, but I felt like I didn't have a certain amount of support that I needed, and that's nothing against my friends, my teachers, my parents. They're all doing everything in their power to be great people in my life, and they are. They very much are. But I felt like I needed something more. So in like mid-January, I believe it was, of this year, I started to pray to God and believe in God, and God has given me his warm embrace, and I felt like he's there for me and, you know, wants me to succeed in life. I'm not going to try to get too much into it, but that's what I will say is I started to pray to God, and God has answered. And yeah, so there was that change in faith there, because I had never thought of God before in my life until January 2025. So there was that, and with that came more curiosity on my mind regarding God, and all that. So I was curious, and I've started to read the Bible, and it's very interesting. I'm not set in stone on putting a label on myself as to what religion I am or anything, because I don't like putting labels on myself. But it was good to explore, and I still am exploring all that stuff. But at the same time, it was overwhelming. Not in a bad way, really, but that also contributed to how my mental state of mind was, because you have my future stuff, political stuff, and now all thoughts in my mind about regarding religious stuff. So all that just started to take a toll on me, and I started to have the feeling that there was nobody I could talk to and nothing I could do about it. And I was wrong, because there's always people I can talk to. I'm very lucky that there's so many people I can talk to about all this stuff. And but I didn't talk to people about this stuff at first, because I didn't want to bring the mood down. I thought it was wrong that I was having these thoughts. I'm like, yeah, other people can have these thoughts. They'll get the help they need, but it's wrong for me to have these thoughts. That's how I was feeling. I didn't think somebody like me tries to always be positive when I'm like doing something fun like gaming. I didn't think I would be the kind of person to have these thoughts. So I took one good step forward, and I had a good talk with my AP US history teacher, just about all these thoughts I've been having. And she's very supportive, and just reminding me that I'm not alone. There's so many people that are going through similar things with their thoughts, just that there's people there looking out for me. And yeah, just an extra set of support in a way. But then it started to get weird, because I felt great after having that conversation. So I'm very lucky that I have a teacher I can have a conversation like that with. There's not many in the world that I can have that kind of conversation with, so I'm grateful for that. But it was weird, because then I talked to my parents about all this, and they were very open and supportive, and I felt much better. It's like, there's stuff on your mind, but when you say it out loud, it just feels better. You feel better, And I did, but it didn't last very long. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that feeling of relief didn't last very long. Because I felt better after I spoke about it, and I felt better when I would game with friends and everything, find stuff to distract me. But the main thing that was distracting me was just playing video games with my friends. And I had a lot of extra downtime. So the time when I'm not gaming with friends, when I'm not talking with people, when I'm not doing homework. So I had a lot of downtime that I could have used for YouTube content and stuff like that, but that motivation to make content or to do anything else I find fun, like solving Rubik's Cubes, watching movies, watching TV shows, that motivation was just gone. Like, it wasn't there. And that really scared me, because I'm like, I love to do all this stuff, but I don't feel like doing it. And why is that? I had no idea. That motivation was just not there. And then when that happened, the thoughts went from being specifically upset about this, and that to just straight up depressed. No reason why. I didn't even care about me being worried about my future or political state of this country, of America, or, my complicated relationship with religion. Like, none of that was the reason why I was feeling down. I was just feeling down and I didn't even know why. Like, I was just straight up miserable. And that was actually probably one of the scariest things in my life, because I didn't think that these feelings would get to me. I know depression is a very common thing amongst teenagers. It is, because that's just the way life goes. Teenager, there's a high chance of attaining depression just from life and figuring out life. So it was just shocking that I was experiencing that and I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know. So I just wasn't doing anything. I wasn't playing video games in my downtime. I wasn't making YouTube content on my downtime. I was just sitting, feeling miserable, crying a lot more than I normally do. It's terrible. But I was already ahead, because I was aware that I was having all these thoughts. It wasn't like I didn't know. I didn't want to just set them aside. I did, but my brain was like, these thoughts are here. But then I was focusing on them, and that made me more miserable. So I decided to take more action. Talked about these thoughts of depression with my AP US history teacher and with my parents, and I've come to realize that it's just a matter of taking it day by day. This is one of those things where it will either last a long time or a short time. Nobody knows. I don't even know how long I'll feel this way. Oh my God, this gimbal. I don't even know how long I'll feel this way. But it's my AP US, as my AP US history teacher said, I should take it day by day and just find those little things that make me happy and do them. And even if I don't feel like doing them, to push myself to do it anyways, because once I'm doing it, I will feel much better. And that has been the case. Just by filming this video, even talking about depression, yeah, it sucks, but at the same time, I'm giving you guys an update, and I already feel better that you all will be informed to my absence on my YouTube channel, and that makes me feel much better. So there's these little things, to take it day by day, and I think the most important thing that I've realized is, and so many people have told me this, and I totally believe it, that I should stop being so hard on myself. Stop being hard on yourself. To anyone who's watching this that may be feeling similar to how I'm feeling or has felt this in the past, or if you're not feeling it at all, don't be so hard on yourself. That is the thing that just depression loves so much, is when you're hard on yourself, because then you feel even more depressed. I should be doing this, but I don't want to. I can't do this, but I should be able to. It makes you even more miserable, so don't do it. I do it way too much, and that's made me even more miserable, but from this day forward, I'm doing the absolute best that I can to not be so hard on myself. And it's going to be hard to not do that. To not be hard on myself is going to be hard. The irony in that. But I will get through this. I have great people there to support me. I have you guys to support me. And streaming, making content for you guys, I'm gonna do that. Because that makes me feel good, that makes you guys feel good. So, win-win. Yeah, just, that was the update, I guess. I've developed depression, in a sense, and I'm learning how to deal with it and how to find ways to stay happy in life and to not let it control me. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next stream or the next video. So later, and peace. See y'all.